Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Hustle with JesseW. And today I'm going to show you what a clean setup should look like. And I'm going to show you my Tesla trade. Nice $500 day. Check it out. Welcome back, guys. Welcome, guys. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start to jump in, guys, on this day here today. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over a quick lesson on what a proper clean setup should look like. Okay, and then we're going to go into today's trade for me, which was on Tesla. Right, today's one of the best charts that we've seen today for a setup was AVCT. AVCT was right off the watch list as well. I'll show you the watch list here real quickly today, this morning. So this morning over here at the daytraderchatroom.com, AVCT was right on the watch list. Announces expanded partnership to accelerate the delivery of digital transformation as a service solution. Watching the $2 area, 50-day moving average for possible support could have room towards $2.50 to $3 area. This is literally right off the watch list. Okay, and this morning, where did we find support? Right here in front of that $2 zone. Right there in front of that $2 zone we drew this morning here in pre-market of that 50-day moving average. Typically what you want to see on something like this is going to be a stock that off the bell from the gap up maybe pulls in, okay, pulls in a little bit hard, but you want to see the volume on that drop be pretty small. Typically speaking, this was just such a nice setup from start to finish, it's crazy, right? Then you want to see it stick that support zone and just launch off of it. You don't want to see it lillygag there, sit there, kind of bear flag. No. You want to see it hit and then right off of it. Well, right off of it. And that's exactly what you saw here. You saw it kind of slingshot itself right off that level. Nice big fat increase in volume as we push up to new highs. And then what's the first thing you want to do? You want to look for a potential support zone. We had a potential support zone here in the 240s and the 250s. Potential resistance, right, from the past now could become potential support zone. You can see it here on the daily chart. And you want to look and identify if there is any level there that's showing up intraday as potential support as well, an indicator, okay? So let's go ahead and put out our fib levels. We see that we have the 38.2 Fibonacci level lining up with what? That 240 zone, previous little high here. We have VWAP, we have the 9 EMA creeping up there, all right? And then we start to get that little pullback. And as soon as we got that little pullback, I think I had just finished closing out the Tesla trade and we get that quick bounce right off of it. I couldn't get in there soon enough. I believe that was right around the time we were closing off that Tesla trade. So we get that pullback in there and what do we get? Look at the volume, right? That's a telltale sign here to show you that we have potentially a good bounce attempt going on there because this is a low volume pullback comparable to that of the volume on the way up. So you get your pullback into that support zone, low volume. The buy here, in my opinion, would be anywhere between 235 to 245 with a stop just underneath that level. Okay, the stop would have been somewhere down here. And then the first take profit would have been up here in front of the high of day. Okay, you get that extension, which would have made it so that one would take more profits through the highs. And then you start trading sideways here. Now, when we were trading sideways here, there was something that I noted. We went over. The volume on the push up was, again, big volume increase, letting us know that there potentially is still plenty of momentum in this play. I said, guys, here could be another potential either re-entry or an add back, right? Had I been in from down here where you normally I would have been in from, like ISIG's trade yesterday, was a very similar pullback setup. Right? If I would have been long here, 1 take profit, 2 take profit, maybe 3, right in here, I would have looked to possibly add back. Now, I would not have added back to full size. I typically don't add back to full size, but I would have added back easily another quarter. Easily, I would have added back another quarter. And I said, okay, there's 2 ways to play this. This could be an add back or this could be a new reentry. The stop zone on this conservatively would be underneath this zone here. 23.6 fib 9 AMA zone, or more aggressively and properly more proper would be under VWAP here. Why? Because VWAP is still here at this 38.2 fib along with this 250 daily level. okay? What do we get? We get this calm consolidation sideways here, very nice small volume in comparisons to the volume on the push up. And then we get something here that was a fake out. Look at this. We get that nasty candle that goes right through that support zone in the 270s, 260s, all the way down to VWAP, all the way down to VWAP. And not only is it all the way down there, look at the size of the volume on that reject here on the attempt of the push of the high. If one would have gone and shaken out at that, I personally would say there's nothing to be embarrassed about. There's nothing to be super mad about, because that is a bearish signal. We pushed up to the highs and insta reject all the way back down there on an increase in volume. That increase in volume right there is what maybe would have even gotten me because of the increase in the volume. Now, did it really stop you out if your stop was under VWAP? No, it did not. It did not really stop you out if your stop was in that 250 range, okay? It doesn't stop you out. Look what happens right after that, the nasty bear trap. Right to what? Well, we had identified earlier in the morning that 100-day moving average as a potential resistance zone. I said that I would be looking to get flat if I were in this trade from 290s to 305 or so. So I definitely would have been flat somewhere in there, okay? Somewhere in there I would have been flat. After that, it just comes right back down to VWAP. Volume is starting to decrease and fade a little bit as we get into lunch. Definitely want to keep on watch during lunch to see if it consolidates sideways. That was a very nice clean setup, very nice clean setup. A nice push up on big volume, a nice slow pullback into support on decreasing volume, followed by a nice push up to new highs again on increasing volume. Nice pullback minus this candle here that could have shaken out anyone on overall decreasing volume before again going to that final sell target of that 100-day moving average. This was a beautiful trade. All in all, this candle right here was the only ugly thing in this trade. Another one that had a very clean potential setup this morning was PTPI. TPI had clear $3 resistance. However, you had very nice support zone here at that 200-day moving average in the 270s, okay? We had a nice push up this morning as short started to cover this position a little bit off of this 100-day moving average. And then you get a pullback into that 270 zone where VWAP was at. And what do you get? Again, big volume on the push up, decreasing volume on the drop here into that support zone. And what do you get right off that level? Boom, a nice push towards $3, right? $3 for sure would have been the first take profit zone because it was the morning's resistance. That would have been the first take profit zone. The next would have been right around the 330s to 340s. And you got up there towards 325. So one could have easily taken another piece off up here in front of those 330s. And then you would have probably gotten stopped out of the remainder either in here underneath the break of 3 or in here underneath the break of VWAP. Okay, but that was a really nice setup here, really nice calm pullback, nice push up. Again, big volume on the push up. Okay, a quick little pullback again on what? Decreasing volume into potential support. Another nice push up on big increasing volume. So that's how you want to analyze volume and you want to analyze these clean setups. Now for me, my trade on the day today was based off of the SPY. I was watching the SPY here. And when the SPY started to reject VWAP zone right in here, I went after some Tesla puts. Yep, so right in here on this one is where I took my starter on this VWAP 9AMA rejection. I added in here on this confirmation, and I immediately put out a profit on the ask on those puts there and here and got flat. So long Tesla put option 990 strike, today's expiration, like that extra volatility sometimes, at $10.50. Stop if Tesla gets up over 995. Taking some profits off at 12 and then flat at 15. Very small, quick trade. Also, it wasn't a very large position, but still banged out a nice $500 day. I'll take that any day of the week, okay? So good trading today, good clean setups. What you'll want to notice is that on the drop here, you had increasing volume on the drop, showing weakness, and then you had this potential bounce back, and the potential bounce back started to decrease the volume a little bit. All right, so that's when I went after it. So all in all, good little trade here, good day. Very nice clean setup showing up. The SPY just trading sideways so far within that channel that we've drawn in the pre-market live stream and in the Discord here. So nothing to write home about there in the overall market. And that's again why when I went after the puts, I got on the mic, I said, these are the puts I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a big trade. I'm looking for just to scalp this range here, maybe get a couple points, ended up getting over 3 points on my final take. I'll take that any day of the week. Good risk management today, good clean setups. Good job by the team. So I'm really happy with everyone. Today, let me know what you thought about the lesson. Smash the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my next video. Remember, I stream Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 9. Check out the free Discord link in the description and comment section, and I'll catch you on the next one.